Mansingh ji, who's here. Thank you, ma'am, for your time. I want to understand from you, one of the big criticisms of Parliament proceedings, or what goes on in Parliament these days, maybe more these days than earlier, in both houses, is that there is less discussion and debate, there is more disruption and sometimes even unruly behavior. I want to begin by you, because you're an artist who stepped into the arena of the Parliament. Are parliamentarians truly living up to their duty to the public? What do you think?
देखिए, मैं आर्टिस्ट हूँ and I'm used to discipline. I'm used to lakdi on my elbows and knees.
Yes.
Fortunately, that's not the procedure to be followed in Parliament, in Rajya Sabha. But I do think that quite often it has been going a little beyond expectation, and it's unfortunate that so many important bills and resolutions and everything does not get passed due to lack of quorum or walkouts, disruptions, noise. So that is lamentable.
Okay. GVL, let me begin with you as well. They say that the responsibility to run the House smoothly lies on the Treasury benches, lies on the government. Has the government failed in that job, given how many disruptions take place and the number of MPs from the opposition especially who've been suspended in the last 4 years has tripled in a similar period before that? Does that not show that maybe there's less debate and discussion being encouraged and more action on opposition?
Good evening to you and all the viewers. It actually shows how the unruly behavior of the opposition how it has made it impossible for the House to function, for both the Houses of Parliament to function. Before every session of Parliament, Honorable Prime Minister appealed to all political parties that we are willing, Parliament is for discussion, debate, and not for disruption. We have seen very, very unfortunate and very ugly scenes in Parliament the last session, when Honorable Prime Minister was replying to the motion of Honorable President's address to Parliament, both Houses of Parliament. This is considered a very important speech in Parliament. Prime Minister was disrupted in Rajya Sabha throughout his speech. No one allowed the Prime Minister to be heard. This is an insult not just to the Honorable Prime Minister, it's insult to the President of India, the first citizen of India. It's an insult to India's democracy. Never before a Prime Minister was not allowed to speak in the manner he was disrupted in this session. So I think things have gone too far. And every session, opposition says, oh, this is the only issue that we want to debate. And when chairman of the House does not allow discussion, or the Lok Sabha speaker does not allow discussion because certain rules are not being followed, everyone has to actually heed to the chair. They believe the best way to get headlines in television channels is to create disruption in Parliament. And I have a feeling that opposition has stopped having any appetite for speaking for the public. They simply want to create disruption, walk out, and rest of the day everybody is free. So we are doing a great disservice to the people of this country who have elected so many members of Parliament. We are failing in our duty by not allowing houses to function.
No, so you're echoing what Sonal Mansingh ji is saying, but does some of the blame not lie with the government? Because you ask this of the opposition, they remind you of Arun Jaitley's famous quote that disruption is a legitimate means of opposition in Parliament.
Yeah, disruption also has to have some order. It cannot be a disorderly disruption. You can't jump onto the chairman's desk and tear papers, tear off the mic, and you can't throw books at the Secretary General and officers of Parliament, and that's not kind of disruption. Obviously, there is a legitimate and a method to madness. I'm sorry to use that word, but that's, I think, perhaps the most appropriate word to use. There has to be, even if there is dissent, it has to follow certain democratic form. And here it's complete lawlessness. And this is really unfortunate, and it really pains people like me. And it should pain many other young parliamentarians like our friends here on both my side, I think it robs us of opportunities to really speak for the people.